Alright guys, quiet.
Fishing for mahi has been in my family for like generations now. My grandparents taught my dad. My dad taught me in the past 4 years, 5 years. A little bit about mahi. They're the fastest growing fish in the ocean. They live for about 5 years. And they range about 15 to 28 pounds, 29 pounds. And they have 3 names: mahi, dorado, and dolphin. They are a pelagic fish, so they live in the open ocean in the top level of the sea. And they are a very aerial fish, as you can tell. They jump, glide, and flop out of the water. They migrate up and down the Gulf Stream off of the coast of Florida to find a mate. And they stick around the warm areas of the ocean. They're like a tropical fish. If you don't know, is it a mahi? When you catch one, well, you want to look for the distinct dorsal fin that starts at the head and ends at the tail, and you want to look for the luminant tail that looks kind of like a horseshoe. And then the colors of the mahi are very mixed. When you take the mahi out of the water, when you catch it, it's usually a bright green like that is, but when it's in the water, it's a bright blue. That one just got released into the water. So, is it a male or female? Well, a male looks like it just ran into a wall because its head is very square, and a female is really round, and this one's called a bull, and that one's called a cow. During the childhood years of the mahi, it schools in pairs of 2 to 200, and they'll migrate everywhere from Florida to up to North Carolina to the Gulf to find nutrients and fish. Well, you might ask, what boat is right for me? This is the center console, and it's a console in the center of the boat that controls all the electronics throughout the boat. What boat is right for me? Well, this is another type of boat. It's called a cabin boat. It has a cabin underneath the bow with like maybe a bed or a dinner table that you can stay overnight on or travel to the Bahamas. And this is a sport fisher boat. In the stern of the boat, back here, it's strictly fishing, but in the front, under the bow, it's like just a big cabin boat, but you can take this from Florida to California. You might look funny out there on a jet ski while fishing. You might get pounded by the waves a little bit, but I mean, it still works out. I've seen them off the port, and I just call this the cheaper alternative. And the main bait of mahi is the flying fish. And the flying fish can school up together. They jump out of the water with their eagle-like wings and just glide across the water for maybe 100 feet. And another type of bait is ballyhoo. You can tell that they're ballyhoo with the lower beak end being kind of like a unicorn in a way, and it just sticks out like that. And they can be finger length to hand length to wrist to arm length. And how to get the bait? This is a cast net. It has sinkers at the bottom, and you throw the net out in a circular disc and it opens, and when it goes in the water, it kind of domes over the fish, or the bait fish. And you can do this by yourself. And then commercially, you can buy them packaged. So they do the same thing. They use the cast net, and they just package them up so you can buy them at your local tackle store. And then to rig up the ballyhoo, which is like put them in the water for fishing, you want to put what's called a skirt in front of the nose of the ballyhoo. And the different types of colors attract different types of fish. And the different type heads on them will make them go side to side, up and down, and you want to troll them behind your boat around 5 to 12 knots in different patterns around the boat. And that's what it looks like. And then structure is key. Structure is key to mahi fishing. Because if they see an upswell like that, or sargassumly, that's like a field day. It's like the best thing that, like, if I see that on the open ocean, this is what's going to happen. That was my 40-pound bull mahi, and that was my 20-pound cow mahi.